Hello students, welcome to my class once again. Today I am going to teach the supplementary book for standard 10, and the name of the chapter is A Triumph of Surgery. Now, a triumph of surgery, triumph means victory or success of anything. And surgery here means two things. One is operation, and the second thing is a place where doctor treats patient or a veterinary surgeon treats animals. So, a place or operation. There are two meaning of surgery. Now, this story is based on a pet dog named Tricky. This pet dog was loved dearly by his mistress, and her name is Mrs. Pumphrey. There is a third character, and he is a veterinary surgeon named Dr. Harriet. So there are three main characters in this story, and the two are human beings, and one is a dog. Now I'll begin the chapter. I was really worried about Tricky this time. I had pulled up my car when I saw him in the street with his mistress, and I was shocked at his appearance. Now, this is the narrator, and the narrator here is Dr. Harriet. Dr. Harriet is saying that he was really worried. He was really worried about Tricky this time when he saw Tricky this time. So after seeing Tricky, he pulled up his car. Pulled up means he drove close to someone, his car. And someone here means to Tricky. He drove his car close to Tricky, who was in the street, and he was with his mistress, and the narrator was shocked looking at Tricky's appearance. Now, what kind of appearance Tricky was having that time? He had become hugely fat, like a bloated sausage with a leg at each corner. Now, the appearance of the dog has become like a bloated sausage. Bloated means swollen, and sausage means a minced meat, a swollen meat with two legs coming out. So this is bloated sausage. So he has become hugely fat, very very fat, the dog. His eyes bloodshot. Now talking about his eyes has become bloodshot, reddened, and rheumy, watery discharge, water coming out from eyes, and stared straight ahead, and his tongue lolled from his jaws, and he was staring straight, looking straight, and his tongue was coming out from his jaws, this portion, the bone here, and he was looking or staring straight. Mrs. Pumphrey hastened to explain. Now, as Mrs. Pumphrey saw Dr. Harriet, she quickly wanted to explain. Now, what she explained? He was so listless, Mr. Harriet, he seemed to have no energy. Now, Mrs. Pumphrey is talking about the dog, Tricky. She is talking that the dog has become so listless without energy. Mr. Harriet, he seemed to have no energy. I thought he must be suffering from malnutrition. So Mrs. Pumphrey thought that the dog must be suffering from malnutrition. Malnutrition is a condition where you get lack of food or lack of nourishment. So I have been giving him some little extras between meals to build him up. Some malt and cod liver oil and a bowl of Horlicks at night to make him sleep. Nothing much really. Now Mrs. Pumphrey is saying that she was thinking that the dog must be suffering from malnutrition, means lack of food. So she has been giving him something more than the regular diet. The regular diet that she gives him at meal time. And what was that something else? She has been giving him malt. Malt means barley. Okay, something like that. And then cod liver oil. Cod liver oil is oil derived from liver of cod fish, having a very high levels of vitamin A and vitamin D, and a bowl of Horlicks, at night to make him sleep. Nothing much really. So she was giving these extra foods between meals. The meals here refer to generally 3 meals a day: breakfast, then lunch, and dinner. So in between those meals, she has been giving him something extra. And did you cut down on the sweet things as I told you? Now, Dr. Harriet is a veterinary surgeon and he has been looking at Tricky for some time, and he previously advised Mrs. Pamphret to cut down the sweet things which she had been giving to Tricky. Now that's what he is asking, that did you cut down the sweet thing? Oh, I did for a bit. I did for a bit. She did that for a little time, but for a short time. But he seemed to be so weak, I had to relent. I had to be softened. Relent means soften. So she did cut down the short things for a shorter period of time, but she saw that Tricky was becoming weak without proper food, without sweet food. So she has to soften her heart, and he does love cream cakes and chocolates. So these are the foods that Tricky likes. He likes to eat chocolate, cream cakes and chocolate. So I can't bear to refuse him. So Mrs. Pumphrey, as she was very attached to the dog, she loved the dog very much. She was inseparable with the dog. So that's why she loved the dog so much that she could not refuse to give him that sweet food. I looked down again at the little dog. Dr. Harriet looked down once again at the little dog. This was the trouble. Tricky's only fault was greed. So Dr. Harriet knew what was the trouble with Tricky, and the trouble was that he was very, very greedy. His trouble was that his fault was his greed. He had never been known to refuse food. He would tackle a meal at any hour of the day or night, and I wondered about all the things Mrs. Pumphrey hadn't mentioned. This was the problem with Tricky, that Tricky was so greedy that he could eat anything at any hour of the day, between meals and at any time. He could eat and he could digest, and that was the main problem with him. And Mrs. Pumphrey, as she loved her dog too much, that's why Dr. Harriet was surprised that what are the other things that she used to give to Tricky, but she did not tell him. Are you giving him plenty of exercise? So this also was advised by Dr. Harriet to Mrs. Pumphrey, to give Tricky a plenty of exercises to do. Well, he has his little walks with me, as you can see, but Hodgkin, the gardener. Now, talking about exercise, Mrs. Pumphrey is saying that he has been walking with her. As you can see, they are out for walking on the road. And what happened? Hodgkin, who was her gardener, has been down with lumbago, so there has been no ring throwing lately. Now, ring throwing is also an exercise given to dog, where you throw the ring this way, then the dog runs and then picks up the rings and once again returns back to you. So this exercise was given to the dog by Hodgkin, and as Hodgkin is not coming to work because he has been suffering from a disease called lumbago. Now, lumbago is a disease where you suffer from back pain. Okay, so this is lumbago. So he has been suffering from lumbago. That's why he is not coming to work. Oh, Hodgkin. I tried to sound severe. I hear Dr. Harriet. So he tried to sound severe means he tried to become rude. Okay, means talking rudely. Now I really mean this. If you don't cut down his food right down and give him more exercise, he is going to be really ill. So he's talking rudely, severely, saying that if you don't cut down his food right now, at once, and giving plenty of exercises to do, he is not going to be well, and he is going to be really ill. Means his condition is going to be worse and worst. You must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. So you must control your heart, you must control your emotion, feeling, and you must harden your heart and keep him on a very strict diet. Him here means Tricky. Mrs. Pumphrey wrung her hands. Wrung means like this, held tightly. Okay. Oh, I will, Mr. Harriet. I am sure you are right, but it is so difficult, so very difficult. So she was promising Mr. Harriet that I will surely do what you advise me. It is very difficult for me to do, but still I will try to put him on a strict diet. She set off head down along the road as I determined to put the new regime into practice immediately. Now, as advised by Dr. Harriet, she put her head down, looking at the road and looking at her face. It is like that she has already determined to put the new regime. Regime means new routine. What Dr. Harriet has advised, that she will put that new regime immediately into practice. Her body language suggested that she is going to do this. I watched their progress with growing concern. So, in the meantime, Dr. Harriet watched their progress. Their progress means Tricky as well as her mistress, Mrs. Pomfrey. Tricky was tottering along in the little tweed coat. Watching their progress means as they were going away, walking down the street. So how Tricky was looking? Tricky was tottering. Tottering means unsteady, shaking, not able to walk steadily. Along in the little tweed coat. Tweed coat means woolen fabric, made of woolen fabric. He had a whole wardrobe of these coats. He had a whole almirah of these kind of coats. He had many dresses for the cold weather and a raincoat for wet days. So these many dresses he has. He has a separate dress for cold weather. For rainy season he has a raincoat and all these dresses. He has a whole wardrobe full of dresses. A whole almirah full of dresses. He struggled on, drooping in his harness, drooping, hanging downwards. In his harness means loop or strap with which he has been tied. I thought it would not be long before I heard from Mrs. Pomfrey. So Dr. Harriet thought that it would not be long that he will get a call from Mrs. Pomfrey that her dog is not well. The expected call came within a few days. Now, as Dr. Harriet was expecting, the call came from Mrs. Pomfrey within a few days. Now, Mrs. Pomfrey was distraught, saddened, worried. Tricky would eat nothing, refused even his favorite dishes, and besides, he had bouts of vomiting. So, this was what she has to say about Tricky, that Tricky has refused to eat his favorite dishes. He would eat nothing, and besides, he would do a lot of vomiting. He spent all his time lying on a rug, what do you call, carpet, and he is always lying on a rug and panting sort of breath like this. Didn't want to go for walks, didn't want to do anything. So Tricky didn't want to go for walks even, and he didn't want to do anything. So he stopped all his activity. I had made my plans in advance. The only way was to get Tricky out of the house for a period. I suggested that he to be hospitalized for about a fortnight to be kept under observation. Now, Dr. Harriet knew the condition of the dog, and he had made his plans in advance that this time if she approaches him, if she comes for her dog for treatment, then he will keep him under observation. So that's what he suggested to Mrs. Pomfrey, that he should be hospitalized for a fortnight and kept under observation. Fortnight means a period of 2 weeks, and he should be kept under observation. The poor lady almost swooned means fainted, because she was not expecting such a kind of critical situation with Tricky. So she was almost swooned means fainted, senseless, behosh hona, what you call. She was sure he would pine and die if he didn't see her every day. Pine means grieve, moan, means talking about the dog. She was sure that the dog would moan, he would grieve and die if he didn't see Mrs. Pomfrey every day. So this was their regular practice. They were so much attached with each other, the dog and Mrs. Pomfrey. But I took a firm line. He was determined. Okay, he was firm on his decision, Dr. Harriet. Tricky was very ill, and this was the only way to save him. In fact, I thought it best to take him without delay, and followed by Mrs. Pomfrey's wailings. Wailing means cries. I marched out to the car carrying the little dog wrapped in a blanket. So this was the advanced plan of Dr. Harriet to take him to the hospital. Okay. Now what he did, he went inside the house and wrapped the dog in a blanket and brought him and kept him in his car. The entire staff rose and maids rushed in and out, bringing his day bed, his night bed, favorite cushions, toys and rubber rings, breakfast bowl, lunch bowl, supper bowl, etc. So, in a hurry, hurried activities were going on. Now, the entire staff, all the servants, they were roused. Okay, they were in a hurry. Maids rushed in. Maids, the lady servant, they rushed inside the house and they were bringing his day bed. Whose day bed? Tricky's day bed, his night bed, his favorite cushions, gadda, toys, rubber rings, breakfast bowl. He had separate bowl for breakfast, separate bowl for lunch, then a separate bowl for supper. So all these things were brought. Realizing that my car would never hold all the stuff here means things. So they realized that all these things would not be accommodated in his car, in Dr. Harriet's car. So I started to drive away, and as I moved off, Mrs. Pumphrey with a despairing cry, despairing, hopeless. So as he went on with his car, Mrs. Pumphrey with a despairing cry, despairing, hopeless cry. She was crying, threw an armful of the little coats through the window. Now, as the car was moving away, she threw an armful, means like this. Okay, how much she could pick, how many she could pick the dresses, and she threw from through the window all the dresses of Tricky. I looked in the mirror before I turned the corner of the drive. Everybody was in tears. So as he was moving straight and then took a turn, he looked onto the front mirror and he saw that all the staff, including the mistress, Mrs. Pumphrey, they all were in tears. Means they all were crying because Tricky was being taken away from them. Out on the road, I glanced down at the pathetic little animal gasping on the seat by my side. So, when they were on the road, the narrator glanced down, had a look at the pathetic little animal. Who is this pathetic? Pathetic means arousing pity, sympathy, looking at anything. Looking at the dog, okay, the narrator felt pathetic and the dog was gasping, panting on beside his seat. I patted the head and Tricky made a brave effort to wag his tail. So the narrator patted Tricky's head and the dog made a brave effort, a valiant effort to wag his tail, swing his tail. Poor old lad, I said, you haven't a kick in you, but I think I know a cure for you. Now, Dr. Harriet is telling the dog that poor old lad, I said you haven't a kick in you, means you don't have even that much energy that you can kick. Kick means kicking with leg. Okay, hitting a football, that is kicking. So you haven't a kick left in you, means you don't have any energy. You don't have the energy to kick even something. But Dr. Harriet is saying that he knew how to cure the dog. So that's what for part 1. I will continue with other parts. Thank you.